Hi, welcome or welcome back. I'm Jen, and in this video we are going to take a look at and review these Dutch luxury candles from the company Drink Water and Pray. So much I want to share about this company. I was so intrigued. I mean, there's so many people out there making candles, selling candles, but let me tell you a little bit about what sets these apart. It says our candles are individually hand poured over 40 days. It takes over 40 days to make this candle. Made with natural wax, sustainably sourced, vegan and cruelty-free, and inspired by the finest regions around the world. We believe in promoting self-care and mindfulness through their use. Right off the bat, when I saw that it took 40 days, their process of making these candles, I was like, oh, this company is different. And I responded back and I wanted to know a little bit more about the founder, his mission, how did he get into this? And he responded back with his story, which I'm gonna read because, again, it just made me fall in love with this company so much more knowing the background. Again, talking about like there's so many candles out on the market, how do you choose? And just seeing and understanding the passion behind the person that has created these. I'm like, whoo! And if you aren't really interested in that, you are free to just skip forward in the video too when we open these, and I'll show you what's inside. His name is Joshua, and he says, a little bit of background on me. I grew up in the States, but born of Jamaican heritage. I've grown up in a household where my sister and I were encouraged to explore our talents. I was always building, crafting, designing, and creating, so I figured I had a unique passion. My parents were architects and interior designers. It's so cool. So the creative eye was passed down to my sister and I. I was also constantly surrounded by creativity and design, whether they were conversations at the dinner table about blueprints of the next project, my mother experimenting with fabrics, paints, and textiles, or my father pointing out the science and design of how a modern building can withstand any element. Going to Montessori school, I was always taught to work with my hands and use my vision to not only dream, but make my ambitions come to life. So creativity has always been a focal point in my life, not only in allowing me to graduate from high school and go off to college, but also in expressing myself. From a young age, I gravitated to candles. Whenever I went to the mall, my mom would leave me in the Bath and Body Works or Hallmark shop, where I would stay for long periods of time, reading every label, closing my eyes, smelling as many candles as I could, just to see where my imagination would take me with every scent. I found candles to be the perfect gift. I remember it was the first gift I gave my mom with my first allowance. From then it blossomed where I was giving candles to my relatives and closest friends, all excited to see what new scent I would surprise them with. In college, I was known as the candle kid because I always burnt a candle in my dorm. Was that loud? I'm pretty sure in my dorm that was a fire hazard. I moved to the Netherlands in 2017 for a new career opportunity to continue my work in business consulting, but also had a burning desire to be creative. With all of these core memories, I wanted to continue my passion for candles as I spent time in Amsterdam, going to flower markets in local towns, being exposed to high-profile European fragrance houses, and traveling the world, coming across exotic regions and luxurious avant-garde scents that I never knew existed. The world of scent is amazing, and there are so many great artists, companies, and brands coming up with amazing products. So these life lessons and experiences gave me the drive and vision that this was something I wanted to be a part of and take to the next level by starting a candle business. I found candle designing and pouring to be therapeutic, coming home from a long day at work and sitting at my desk having the opportunity to think of designs, names, and write stories through scent, allowed my mind to escape my main career responsibilities. I didn't get into the industry to make money, but more so to have an outlet for my work, which gave me peace and allowed my creative juices to flow. I find candles to be like an artist's blank canvas or a potter's clay, where you can make anything you dream of and be as clever and creative as your mind lets you. I so resonate with that. I have a full-time job and a part-time job, but I paint on the side. And again, I guess not to make money. It's just, that is my outlet. I knew that not only did I want to create candles, but I wanted to build a brand that had a mission and a purpose to transport buyers to unconventional worlds through unconventional scents. All our candles smell unique and are sourced from the finest ingredients and inspired by some of the most exquisite regions around the world. Some are inspired by special places I visited, and others are buyers' dream of traveling to. I would like each scent to be a vessel to guide them to the world we are trying to portray, allowing them to create their own perfect picture. As of now, we have a candle that represents a nighttime urban experience, the second for springtime on the canals, the third for a rainy botanical garden, the fourth reminiscent of fall, winter, having a cozy family day at home and coming together in front of a fire, the fifth for the tranquility of the tropics and the sun-kissed sand on your toes and crashing waves under the moon, and the sixth representing wandering through the middle of a misty forest completely isolated from civilization and one with Mother Nature. Now, how can you hear that and not want to experience what this person has created? I did ask about their process, and again, I knew he wasn't gonna like tell me what their secret was into like that 40-day process, but that was the thing that sparked my interest. Be like, whoa, like this is different. Like, what are they doing that takes 40 days? And he wouldn't tell me. This is, unfortunately, we cannot give away details on our candle making process as it is a house secret. But we do have a special lengthy process that can't be rushed. We believe the buyer deserves to have a product that is carefully made with love and respect, only using premium ingredients. The whole mission of our candles is to encourage our buyers to be present in the moment. Okay, so currently on their site, they have 6 different scents that they offer that I just described to you there. So going over to their website, and I will copy from the website the 6 different scents that they offer, and I will put that down in the description box below. But for right now, I'm just going to share with you the descriptions of the 2 that I have here in front of me. So the first one that I chose here, called Philadelphia Afternoons. First, let me take it out of the box so I can show you what the candle itself looks like. Here is the packaging. You open this up and we have a card here, and it has their information there. I love, there's like a wax seal on the top there. There's just such a nice handmade touch to it. So taking this out, this is what it looks like. So I chose this one. Let me read you the description here. Philadelphia Afternoons, evoking an unorthodox lifestyle, the brewing of burnt Brazilian orange channels the sun, slowly setting among the horizon amongst a concrete jungle of steel and glass, spawning silhouettes that fade into the dark, mysterious night. The distinguished essence of dark musk and bergamot are married with Indian jasmine flower, violet leaves, soft florals, oak moss, and Indonesian peppercorn to create a refined and elegant ambiance of an urban garden of ardent desire. This guy's a writer. This unique, genderless fragrance encompasses sensuality and seduction at its core. So when it talked about like this concrete jungle of steel and glass, so I consider myself more of a country girl. With anxiety, I struggle in bigger cities, but there's something about those larger cities. So I've run like the Pittsburgh Marathon and the Columbus Marathon. That is my favorite way to tour a city. Because the roads are shut down and you can really just take your time and appreciate and admire the architecture and the buildings kind of without like the stress. So anyway, when I saw that there was this candle, Philadelphia Afternoons, I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. So I chose this one here. So we open this up here. That is what the inside looks like. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how to describe it to you. It's crazy. I mean, it really does just take you places. I'll read the fragrance profile to you here. There's like 3 levels there. So dark musk, bergamot, burnt Brazilian orange. And then the middle, violet leaves, soft florals, Indonesian peppercorn. And then Indian jasmine flower, Canadian green moss, golden embers. Suggested time of day to burn, afternoon and at night. It's so good. Oh my gosh. And it's different. It's nothing like any candle I've ever smelled before. This next one that I chose, and I don't even know how to pronounce this. And I knew that ahead of time. I'm like, maybe I should choose one that I know how to pronounce. There's, again, on the website here, there's one called hard dough bread. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just read the descriptions of these other ones just because they're so good not to. A rich, nostalgic scent that reminds you of being in the comfort of home surrounded amongst loved ones. Top notes of French vanilla bean are carried through the hints of rum and aceto balsamico. A strong body of honey, caramel, and golden embers round off your cozy experience, while lingering essence of sandalwood and Guyana tonka bean comfortably wrap you in a pure goodness and smoldering warmth of a campfire. They all sound so good. The third one is called The Canals, and it says, the tranquility of sailing through canals under a warm spring sun are surrounded in a delicate bouquet of green leaves, lilies, and Bulgarian roses. Powdery layers of Tanzanian sunflower, sweet South African pomegranate, Madagascan patchouli, and Dutch dark oak creates a complex twist of luminous essence which leaves you in a peaceful state. Number 4 is called July 17th. Dancing palm trees, bright sun, and soft warmth of the sand on your feet is captivated through notes of blood lime, caracara oranges, and vetiver. Fresh coconut water, soft florals, and burnt brown sugar exude positive, bright vibrations, while Jamaican honey, French vanilla, and golden embers symbolize the illuminated moon reflecting on crashing waves in the distance, fireflies igniting the night sky, and crickets creating a natural symphony. Number 5, I'll come back to that one because this is the one I'm holding in my hand here. So number 6 is called Trees of the Valley. The forest holds enchanting powers, from its tall trees to lush greenery and endless rolling valleys. It's a place where you can let go of time and feel truly as if the world stood still. Australian sandalwood, green leaves, and Egyptian violet transport you to the middle of a green oasis where Norwegian moss, precious Black Sea spices, and Western Himalayan cedarwood represent Mother Nature welcoming you to her magical mist and solitude. So back to number 5 here. And I'm going to butcher this, so I'll put the name here. Lluvia de Jardin. And again, I tried to talk myself out of picking one that I didn't know how to pronounce because, you know, I'm embarrassing myself by not pronouncing it correctly. But after reading the description, I was like, oh, but I really want that one. The feel of fresh air and crisp rain after a light afternoon shower is emulated with the help of coconut water, bergamot, citrus peel, and Japanese peonies to give the mood of walking through a Spanish botanical garden. Notes of African violet and Turkish fig leaves are rounded off with wild roses and Tasmanian eucalyptus, while a slight hint of sweetness of buttery vanilla make you feel rejuvenated, as if relaxing under a cascading waterfall. Oh, that'd be a lovely place to be. So opening up this one, if you go onto their site, the prices on these, again, they are in Amsterdam, so it's in euros. I think they're at 38 euros, so it's about 41 US dollars. Here on this one, we have a different color on that wax seal there. That's so cool. That's their logo there. It really does just like transport you to another place. Like I could just sit here with my eyes closed. Oh my gosh. They're so good. You have to try these. Now one more thing I'm curious about, because they do have a pretty like strong scent to it. And with any candles, they always say, you know, it's good to burn like in a small room, but I'm just wondering, like if I let this burn for a while, how far throughout my house will I be able to smell it? I'm gonna light this Philadelphia Afternoons one, and we'll let it burn for a little bit, and I'll let you know. There we go. Okay, I've had this one burning maybe about a half hour now. Oh, I don't want to go too far and like burn myself with hot wax. It has definitely filled up my office here, and I did have my door open because I wanted to see like how far throughout the house it would go. So I went downstairs, and coming back up the stairs, as soon as I'm like coming up the stairs, you know, I could smell it, and I do think it's kind of permeated throughout our upstairs here. There's 3 bedrooms up here plus the bathroom. It's the strongest here in my office, but I can smell it throughout the upstairs and other rooms. Oh, so great. I definitely recommend checking them out. I love supporting small businesses that you just know that this is their passion, and they're pouring everything, they're pouring their heart and soul into their product. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking these guys out, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.